Because here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, today I wanted to go over some of the key points on this whole citizenship thing. There's a lot of interest in it. There's so many different sides and ideas and things, and it is a little bit complex, but I'm going to try to keep it super simple. Now, before I do anything, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And we're looking at possibly getting a legal opinion in on this too, maybe even a Q&A. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on with that. But I want to simplify this for you as much as I can and give you an idea. Individual results may vary, so make sure you check with a legal professional. We love Nick Mehta at Studio Legale Mehta, and I'm sure he's going to have something to say about this very soon as well. So initially, I wanted to find out why suddenly, or not so suddenly, this whole reform thing. Now, initially, there was a decree that happened in March 2025, which was the same, and it was made into law March 2026. So this didn't happen in March 2026. Oh my gosh, everything's horrible. It happened back in 2025. And there was no real change that I could see in March 2026 from the March 2025 decree. Now, the reason they did this is because the system, the applications for citizenship in Italy was absolutely massive in the last few years, coming from Argentina, Brazil, and the United States. They were inundated, and most of the consulates were spending most of their time trying to process these applications. And at one point, there was around 60,000 pending cases for the consulates for Italy, and it was just crazy. There was also almost like a 10-year wait, and it was just nuts. And then people litigating all this. It was just a crazy, crazy time, and it just overwhelmed the system. Now, I'm not advocating on either side whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just laying out what I know are the facts based on my research. You can do your own research too, absolutely should, and again, talk to a legal professional on your particular case. So that's the reason. Also, they wanted to strengthen the cultural ties to Italy. Now, it used to be you could go way back, as long as you had an unbroken bloodline, you could go way back to many centuries ago or whatever and get citizenship based on an unbroken bloodline, which was a lot of work, as you know. You had to prove all of these things coming down the bloodline from your whatever whatever relative it was. And sometimes it took a lot of time just to get the documents. We did have friends and people who were getting the documents, and our friend Lucia was very successful in getting documents from some of these obscure places, little tiny municipalities in Sicily. Somehow she pulled it off, which I thought was amazing. In any case, that's no longer the case. It goes back 2 generations, really. And that, of course there might be loopholes and things, there always are. But if you go back to like your grandfather who was either born in Italy or had citizenship and had ties to Italy, and I'm not sure what all those ties mean, it's probably pretty much a slam dunk just from what I'm seeing. So that was the situation. Now, there was also a situation with the bloodline being on the mother's side, and that was an issue back in 1948. That was how it was, and people were very successfully, according to Nick, very successfully fighting that because it is discriminatory, and the judges saw that as well. So that wasn't really a big thing. As far as I can see, if you have a good attorney, if you have your grandmother as a citizen of Italy with links and ties and whatever else, I think that would pretty much be a slam dunk as well. But again, I'm not an attorney. So so in summary, this was decreed in March 2025. Nothing really changed in March of 2026, but the reasons for it was a complete overwhelm of the consulates and everybody involved in the administrative nightmare of having so many people from so many areas all applying for Italian citizenship at one time. So I hope that helps. It's a very simplistic explanation of what that's all about. Again, we're going to see if we can get Nick and we can actually come in with some more data and possibly even some examples and things like that. He's been very busy. We've been very busy, but hopefully at some point we can address that in a little more detail. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps, and we'll see you soon.